miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
Middle. Titans Ringo. Titans on the Ringo.
Hey, home.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Middle.
Allen off the play fake. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
The Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second and 7, Allen looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check out 368. Protein spill.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He gets this one to Boyd. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up second and 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
A gain of 16 yards.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Throwing, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dalton here from the gun. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
5 wide. 5 wide.
Here I come. 552.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. T.J. Yeldon. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right here.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now T.J. Yeldon. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Recon, 132-5.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 52.
Hey, hold. Hey, Alpha. Is that?
Allen now to throw again. And the grab by Croft. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Kroft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5, so the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good.
Hey, high 7.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He completes it to Jones. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Rock 52. Look out.
Now Allen again. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's Jonah Williams, the 11th overall pick back in April. He was actually the first lineman taken. He's a guilty party. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
What you just saw there, first-round talent. Second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dalton. .158 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He's got his man, Boyd. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Bullock good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series? Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut. And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Now Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Dalton, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up. Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens. A little antsy on the left side of the line. Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's complete to Jones. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Go, go. 52, Mike, 52. We own it. We own it. 52.
To throw again, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
I I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Bravo!
Throwing again. Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
57.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. This is Yeldon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw in an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Evans just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Dalton sets up play action. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. To return is McKenzie. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Half 85, half 85. On the ball.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, this will be caught by Brown. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. John Brown's got it complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Allen. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Orbit.
Check in. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike 13. Mike 13. You want to go?
Allen will try again on second down. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Allen. And that's complete to Croft. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That one complete to Yeldon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Allen to throw once more. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton got his man. It's Eifert.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw here, Dalton. He's got Green. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
56, 56.
Mike 57. Push him back. Push him back. Mike's 57.
Back to throw. Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Mixon with a first down carry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go, G.
Alert, alert, alert. 57.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Evans able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Allen, and he finds Beasley complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On play action, Allen escaping the pressure right. Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Keep playing.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?